Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I thought it'd be fun to take a look at the new app for Warhammer 40,000 10th edition. And as we've got Leviathan coming out tomorrow, I thought it'd be cool to have a look and just see if it's any good and work our way through it. And if you haven't got it yet, it's all free. You can download it on the App Store or get it on Google Play. You can find links to both of those to download it on the Warhammer community article. Now, it's not free forever. This is just for us to try out, just as we're putting together our army list for the first time for this new edition. So it's available to download for free now, and it's going to remain free for an initial period, it says in the article, but it doesn't tell us exactly how long that initial period's going to be. But at least we get to try it out. So here it is. I've got it up on the screen. I just did a screen recorded to work through it, and you can see you've got the reference section there, the Battle Forge, and then your profile. So on the reference section, it's got all the index cards for every single unit, and it's got all the Combat Patrol ones. Now the Combat Patrol are going to stay free, so that's pretty good, as are the main core rules that I'm going through now. So here you can see you've got a section on core concepts. So this has got all the core rules in, which is brilliant. Even the photographs, all the references. So this is going to be really helpful. And even when this does go to paid, so you have to pay for the features, things like putting in the code from any new codexes you buy. Can't put the old ones in, obviously they're not valid anymore, but whenever you buy a new one you'll be able to put the codex in. But when that happens, that's when it'll stop being free, except for the core rules and the Combat Patrol data sheets. Hope that makes sense. So here we go. We're going through the command phase rules now. So you can see you can open it up, read through. It's got the abbreviated rules there at the end of each section as well. This is going to be really helpful. You've got it on your phone or an iPad. You don't have to worry about taking the book with you now. So I think this is really cool. If it's free forever, that's really great. We're always going to have this as a handy little reference now. And if you haven't bought Leviathan box set like me, then you're not going to have the core rules printed. And if you've not ordered the pre-order core rules that come out separately, available to pre-order tomorrow, then what else are you going to do? Download them and use them as a PDF, or use this app. So I think if they're free, you don't really need the core book, especially if you've already got all the lore and everything and you're not worried about keeping up to date on photographs and any extra articles they put in. But this is the rules section. I got to say, I'm really impressed with this. Really quick. It goes from page to page really fast, and so you can just click in and out. And then you go back to this reference section, and here you can see the Combat Patrol, like for the Space Marines. Let's have a look at the Space Wolves one, and you bring up the data sheets, and so it's got all the ones that you can use for the Combat Patrol. And the great thing with this is it's all built and ready to go. The idea is to play quickly. All the war gear is sorted out for you. It's all balanced, so you can just quickly and easily grab this and go up against another Combat Patrol. And I really like the idea of this. I'm not sure if it's as simple as it made out it was going to be. It's certainly simplified a little bit, which I guess was their goal. But yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but it'd be interesting to give a few games with a Combat Patrol. I think that's going to be a fun way to try this out. And again, you could just use everything from the app here. It's got all the information there. So that's really easy. I think just trying to use this app for a game would be a really interesting experiment. So I'll be giving that a go. I don't have the Combat Patrol though for the Space Wolves, so I'll be proxying miniatures. But using the rules here, at least you know it's going to be as balanced as it can be going up against another Combat Patrol army. And then it's got the stratagems on there as well. You can open all three up that you use in Combat Patrol on one page, see them all at a glance. And then you've got the army rules as well, and you can read the Oath of Moment, enhancements. You can see everything there. So that's pretty good. Then if we go to the index for the Space Wolves, here we've got an index card for every single unit in the Space Wolves army. And this is the format for every single faction. They're all on here at the moment, but free, get it while it lasts. I suppose you could screenshot it if you wanted to, but I don't think that's really going to do you any favours, especially when the index cards are free anyway on the Warhammer community site. It would be a bit weird to go through and screenshot all this. But you can see I've got Logan Grimnar here. You can open up his ranged weapons and melee weapons. You can see all the weapon stats. Have a look at the abilities. All of a sudden, he's looking pretty good now. So got to have Logan Grimnar in there. It's a fantastic model. And on Storm Rider as well is excellent. He just looks so cool. So it's really nice to have some good rules for him now. But here you can see we can go through all the war gear options, unit composition. It's got everything in there, all the information you need to get going. You could certainly use this on the tabletop as you're playing the game. But let's open up another one, because as we can see here with Murderfang, it's got all the keywords. So twin linked, it tells you exactly what it means. So as we're learning the game, this is going to be a really great reference, I think. I think it's going to be a quick way to really get the hang of what all these keywords mean without having to flick in and out of a book, and it tells you all the war gear options and everything in here. But when we go to the Battleforge section in a moment, that's when we'll start choosing the war gear and building what we want. So here we go, Battleforge. We can go through, choose a faction. I'm going to go down to Space Marines, and then there's a drop list, so we can see Space Wolves. Let's stick with this theme, and I'm going to just choose an Incursion 1000 points. My detachment is going to be Champions of Russ. These are my Stormcrows, so I'm going to call that Stormcrows 2, because I've already done a little list just to have a go before I made the video. And then once you've done that, you just click on Create Army, and then we're ready. So we've got Characters, Battle Line, Dedicated Transport, Other Data Sheets. And then you can see at the bottom left-hand side, it tells you whether you've got a legal army and how many points so far. Then you just choose the different section, work through until you can see the unit or the character you want, and then you just press the plus symbol, and that adds it to your army list. And you can see in the bottom left there, the points value is going up every time I hit that plus symbol. And we're just going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep going, adding some characters in there. Got to put Murderfang in. Then I'll go for the battle line, and I'm going to pick the Grey Hunters. I'll pick 2 units of those, so just hit that plus symbol twice. They're added, as you can see. Then let's put a transport in. Why not stick in a Razorback? And then for other data sheets, we can put in some Wolfguard Terminators. They're right at the bottom. So let's scroll all the way down, and we can pick that unit as well, add them to it. And we're 920 points. So let's bulk it out with a couple of units of Fenrisian Wolves. They're going to be 30 each. So let's find those. They're all alphabetical order, so nice and quick and easy to find them. So we'll add 2 units. That's going to take us to 980, and then that'll be enough to go through the example. Now you can see in the error there, we've got the yellow square with the triangle in, so something's not right. So telling us that something's not missing, so we have to go back to that unit, select the Warlord for Logan Grimnar, and then it goes to a green tick, our army's ready to go. But I want to change some of the war gear options. So you go into the unit, and then you can see defaults ticked for all the war gear, but I want to give a power fist to my pack leader, so I'll tick that, but now it's gone back to yellow. So you can see I'll need to get rid of the close combat weapon and then the green tick back. So that's brilliant. We're ready to go with him now. It's all legal again. And then for my Grey Hunters, I want to change up their weapons. I'm allowed to give them Astartes chainswords for free. So of course they're all going to get one of those. And then I think I might use a grav gun in place of a bolt gun. So I'll add the grav gun, take out the bolt gun. And then again, we're good to go. We've got our green tick. We've got a nice legal army. And then if you want to, you can just go through and have a look at the data sheets from this section. So you can click on the character, and then on the right hand side, you click on that little icon. It brings up their sheet. And again, it brings up all the keywords. So you can quickly and easily go in and look at it, which I think is one of the best features on this. To start off learning 10th, this is going to be an invaluable resource. I think it's going to be really helpful. It's brilliant for putting a list together, nice and simple. There's a couple of downsides though, because you can't see the enhancements from here, and I can't see a way to add the enhancement into the army because you have to pay a points cost for those enhancements, and that's not included on any of the section in this Battleforge part of the app. So that's a shame. You'd have to have it kind of written down somewhere to make the points value up, but then you'd have to go back to the reference section of the app to find out exactly what it does and the benefits, and also to look at the stratagems. There's a little bit clunky there going in and out, but as far as list building goes, I think this is brilliant, and just having the links to the keywords is a really good part of it. But once you're ready and you're happy with your list, you've got the green tick, you can then go to the top right and you can export that list, so you can send it to yourself, or you could copy and paste this. So this is really good. This is going to be really helpful. You can try out different lists with the models you've got and then just have them all stored, ready to go. And then all you got to do, you could just print it off even, and just add in some of the details about the enhancements and things like that. You can build loads of army lists too, and then if you don't want them anymore, you can just delete them, and then you can go through all the different factions. I think while this is available, it's going to be handy to just put together lists of all your models and just play around with it, have fun putting those lists together. Also check out what your enemy's up to. You can really have a good look here. But even when this doesn't become free anymore and you can only get the core rules and the combat patrol data sheets on it, if you paid, you'd get everything else. I guess we'll have to wait and see exactly what you get and how much it's going to be and how you pay, whether it's through the codexes or through a monthly subscription. But either way, you're going to get combat patrol, data sheets and core rules for free. The rest is going to go, but the data sheets on the index cards, they're still going to be free as PDFs available from the Warhammer community site, so it's not the end of the world at all. It's certainly a good move by GW here to do this at the beginning of 10th. I think this is really going to make a lot of people give it a go, have a look, and start bringing their existing armies into the game. But I'd love to hear what you think about this. How long do you think the apps are going to be free for? And what do you think about the way it works? Have you tried it out yet? Let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you think. You may have seen all those logos I put on the screen throughout the video. I think I might have gone a bit over the top there, but hopefully it didn't distract from what we were going through. But thanks so much to my sponsors this month for helping me keep going with these daily videos, especially to Eldfor Chronicles with their new game Northern Wind. They're doing such a good job on their Kickstarter at the moment. It's up to like 150,000, which is incredible. There's so many cool models being unlocked. And if you'd like to see the contents of the box and the models up close, have a look at the video that I'll link to at the end of this one. If you want to stick to Warhammer 40,000, then I've done an unboxing of the Leviathan from my friendly local game store. It's not my box, it's theirs, but at least we can have a look at all the contents. They let me share it here, which is awesome of them. But if you're into Age of Sigmar, there's also the new season to look forward to soon. But this weekend's all about 40k, I think. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you liked having a little look through this app. It's actually pretty good, apart from a couple of those things that I think would have been a nice addition, but we can't complain. It's great to have this for free. So thanks again. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.